Very good afternoon and welcome to GQ Live. I am Molife Kumona, the online editor for GQ, and welcome to another GQ Live chat. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're super excited to have you watching. We know you could have been doing anything today. You could have decided to watch any other live, but you've decided to join us and watch this live. And today we've got actress and television personality Jessica Nkosi, who will be joining us for our live. Please do send through questions for Jessica. Hi, Sarah, how are you? Alex, Amanda, Spare, just thank you guys for joining us for this live with Jessica Nkosi. We're just waiting on Jessica to connect with us and then we can start the live. Please feel free to send through your questions for Jessica. As we go through the live, we'll be asking her those questions. And I'm sure as you guys know, Instagram now has cut off lives to an hour. And sometimes our lives will cut. Sometimes there's network issues or something like that because we are live and everyone is on the Wi-Fi networks or cell phone network providers. So yeah, do send your questions and thank you so much for choosing us and choosing to chill with us this afternoon as we wait for Jessica Nkosi to join us for this live. I'm just going to quickly check on my other device if she is joining. Yeah, so thank you. Hi, Pikal. Hi, Miles Blanik, Teboho, Shlengiwe, Mini, hello. Leo, how are you doing? Sovereign Tuck, hello, thank you for joining us. We're just waiting on Jessica to join us for the live. She'll join us probably in a little bit. Do you send through questions that you have for Jessica Nkosi? Oh yes, there's Jessica. And yeah, we can get it going. She just requested. Let's see. Thank you for joining us once again. And remember to send your questions through. Just connecting to Jess.
Wait. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry, my little sister was giving me coffee.
It's all right. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. Good to see you. Last time I saw you was at the Polo.
Polo.
The Verve Polo, yes.
Yes.
How's it
No,
going?
wasn't it that blue one?
Which blue one?
The Standard Bank one.
No. I saw you in Cape Town. Remember when you're wearing the shiny top?
Yes. Yeah, okay. I'm mixing up all the polos.
No, so we've been indoors for too long. We're just like, can they have a polo tomorrow?
Can we have a polo?
So how are you doing? How's the lockdown treating you? I saw you're with your sister. You posted a video where you were singing. Well, you were not singing. Your sister was actually singing.
I was miming.
Everyone
She
thought
was
you were
singing.
Uh-huh.
It's great. Well, okay, it's not great, but you know, being positive in the spirit of positiveness, I'm taking it well. I am spending time with my family while I have my little sister here and my daughter and our nanny. It's just us girls. And yeah, we're good. Fortunately, having a toddler in the house keeps us very busy. Very busy. I mean, by the time the day ends, I'm like, oh, okay. Can I do something for me now? You know, and that's when I get to chill. When she falls asleep at around 7, that's when she sleeps. But the whole day, she's just terrorizing us whole way.
I guess she had missed you because you're always working and always away, and now you're here. So she's like, "Mom, you're gonna see me."
Yes, I was just talking about that with my little sister. Oh, see, she's not used to me being home so much. Most weekends I'm never here. I leave early, I come back late, she's already asleep. So whenever she wakes up now, she comes straight to my room and she just knocks and she's like, "Mama!" And I'm like, okay, soon. Sorry, how do I switch off my phone so that I don't get phone calls?
I think you do. There's a thing that's called Do Not Disturb. That's what I did on mine. I hope it's gonna work.
Where do I go?
So you go to I think what phone do you use? Just depends on.
iPhone. 11.
iPhone. Where do you go to iPhone? Let me check on this other. Also on iPhone, I think you would have to go. You know where you have your airplane mode and all that. I think there's a do not disturb. There should be.
Okay.
Where there's a there's a do not disturb. So it's after there's Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, mobile data, notifications, sounds. Then
Okay,
there's that do not disturb.
okay, can I just get out here?
That's okay. That's all right. We've just paused for a few minutes. Jessica wants to just put her phone on do not disturb. That's what I did to mine because when we're doing these lives, people call us. Yeah.
I got it. I did it.
Oh, you found it. Perfect.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
So cool. So let's talk about how you've been keeping sane. I mean, I've been asking everyone I speak to about this. Like, how are you keeping your mind sane during this I mean, if you look at it, it's a very horrific time. It's a very difficult time for all of us. How are you keeping sane? What are you telling yourself? What are some of the things you're doing?
Okay, first I turned to cooking. Funny, I absolutely every single day I am on Instagram, my recipe books, and I'm preparing what I'm going to make the next day. And I think for the first 2 weeks, that's what I did. I made breakfast, lunch, and supper, everything from scratch, pizza, scratch from the base. I didn't even know I could do that. I made butter chicken, meatballs, everything you can think of. I made scones. Like, who makes scones? Like, I didn't even know I could make them. So I discovered that I'm quite...
What
you
happened?
will not believe. Okay, I discovered that I'm quite quick. I'm quite quick with learning how to cook. But now I just realize, crap, no, it's not good for my body. Like, I'm eating very hearty meals and I can't run away into cooking like that. It's not healthy for me. It's not healthy for my body. I'll come out of here looking like a potato, basically.
Are you working out or anything?
I just started working out.
That's hard. It's very hard.
Yeah,
very hard at home.
Yeah, but I just started working out this week. So I was just telling my followers on Instagram, I said, I have my neighbor. She lives right opposite me. She's a personal trainer. So I've joined her sessions, but we're not together. We're doing it on WhatsApp calls. Yes, yeah. So she WhatsApp calls all of us in the area who wants to work out with her, and we do a group WhatsApp call and we exercise like that every day at 3:00. Today I had to cancel for you.
Thank you for making time for us. Thank you.
My pleasure. So every day at 3:00, I am literally working out with them Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And Ayanda Tabete just introduced me to a class that I'm going to start today, actually at 5:30. So that's also my plan. And I bought a scale. Because I've been fooling myself thinking, no, I haven't gained any weight. I'm fine. So I'm like, no, let me get a scale so that I can face reality. Because clearly in my mind, I keep seeing Skinny Jess Gandhi. She's no longer here. She has left the building. Yeah. And what else am I doing? I am a spiritual person. I really focus on not looking at the negatives of the whole situation. And I know it's very scary. Like at the beginning, I was losing my mind. I was so nervous. I was so scared. I'm an actress. So if I'm not at work, I'm not getting paid.
That's true, yeah.
If I'm not on set, I'm not getting money. So it was very, very, very scary for me because we still don't know what's happening. We're not shooting. Now it's been extended. We still don't know what's happening. We're just refreshing our emails to find out what is going to happen. Will we go back to set? Will they allow us to shoot? Do we have enough episodes? Is it going to be paid? Is the show going to survive? Is the show going to be off air? There's just so many questions that we have. And we don't have answers to, and neither does production because they also don't know. It's quite sad that they catered for every single department and they forgot the arts, I feel. They really didn't think much about that.
But don't you think the arts, though, as well, I think maybe part of it is because there's that whole idea where in some scenes you have to interact in, because I don't know, but I think let's see how it goes. Let's just see. Perhaps things will change, but let's hope. Let's keep praying. I think that's all the whole world can do actually right now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So what else? Yes, I'm writing. I'm a very big journal writer.
Ah.
So I am writing down in my journal. I am writing down my plans for when this is all over. One thing I noticed is I need to speed up my plans and put pressure on them of getting more work and a cash flow outside of the entertainment industry.
I get you. I
That has
get you.
always been in my plan. That has always been what I envisioned myself doing. But
Mm.
now, so more than ever, you know,
Yeah.
now I'm actually stepping the accelerator on that and I'm moving
Mm-hmm.
fast so that, God forbid, this ever happens again, I'll be like, I'm good, you know. I'm not thinking, oh, the entertainment industry, what's going to happen? This is my livelihood. I need I need more streams of income outside of
Yeah.
the entertainment industry. Yes, we do have, you know, streams of income in the industry, but I need outside of. I need to get out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I get you. And in terms of so you know every second guy I speak to, either before this interview or even prior, do you know like you are like their imaginary wife? Like you are like everyone's crush. Do you know this? You know that
It's
like
so
literally every second guy I speak to, you're either their wife, their crush. Do you know this? Is this something you know?
no, I don't. But you know, I hear a lot. Jessica, you are like wife material, and I'm like, what even is that? Do I look like a wife? Like I don't understand. But yeah, I've just heard I'm wife material.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why, but
Uh,
you know, maybe it's just because you know I'm a good person.
uh,
Yeah. Wait, may I ask? Can my people go on my Instagram and view this live?
Yes, they can. So if they go on your Instagram, they're actually also watching it. So if you go now on
Oh.
Instagram, so like for example, if you go, let me
Mm-hmm.
show you.
Okay.
Um, so if I go now on Jessica, let me show you. Let me show you. So you see, it says, can you see it here? It says you're live. So people were on your
Okay,
profile.
great,
Now they see it.
great.
Yeah,
Okay, because
yeah.
that's what I said, and I'm like, I don't think because I don't go to my page. Okay,
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
usually do lives. I think this is my first
Oh,
live type interview I'm doing. I never go on live. It freaks me out.
cool. Yeah, so they are able to see it as well.
Okay, great. I'm happy.
So how do you handle all the attention from particularly guys? You're a beautiful woman. You're in this industry that makes you very popular. You have millions of followers. How do you handle that attention? And are there a few things that you like to tell guys? Okay, guys, maybe you really love me, but maybe can you stop doing this or that when we meet?
Um, I don't think I have had any instances where someone is aggressive or
Mm,
too much to a
mm,
place where I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable.
mm,
No, I think when I do see guys face to face, there's
yeah.
a level of respect that I get, which I appreciate so much.
Mm, mm,
They
mm,
don't
mm.
feel like they own my body or own me for any reason.
Yes.
And maybe it's because of the character I play, but
Yes.
they approach with so much respect, almost like bowing, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
hey girl. So there's a level of respect that comes with it that they give,
Mm,
you know. Yeah, and yeah, it actually is from Mukondi because she is a queen, so it's a matter of
yeah.
you need to approach her a certain way. You can't just
Mm,
jump at her because she's the queen. And I
yeah.
think they carry that with, and thank God, because then I
Mm,
don't have any messiness happening. So I handle it gracefully as I would. You know, a man will come and it's like, oh, I love you so much. You know, I see you as my wife. And I'm like, okay, maybe in the future we will get married, you know, but for now, can I get on my flights? You know? Then, you know, so we take a picture and we go on our flights and we good, you know. It's nothing disrespectful at all. At
No,
all.
that's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
let's talk about comedy. You've been playing
Yes.
her for how many years now? How many years have you been
Uh,
playing in comedy scene?
it's been 6. This is the 7th
6 years.
one.
All right. So
This is
tell me about that journey. How obviously you auditioned for the role, but let's just start first. When did you know you wanted to get into the entertainment industry? When did you know? So obviously you have the passion for it, you have the talent for it. But when did you decide, okay, I'm gonna make this my livelihood, I'm gonna make this my life?
when I changed from doing a law degree to
Mm,
a drama degree.
mm,
So as soon as I made that shift, I made it knowing very well that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. This is
mm,
where my passions lie, and
mm,
I can actually do this.
mm,
So
mm.
me going into studying for it, it was because I just come from a family where whatever you want to do, you have to study for it. You know,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, it wasn't Uguti, no, go to Joburg and try and make it. It was study for it first, get your degree,
Mm,
and then go look for a job. So that's
mm,
why I didn't even think twice about it. It was get registered, get into the drama department, and get my degree, and then move
mm.
on to wanting to be on screen.
Yes, and playing Queen Gondi, how has that been? 6 years of playing the Queen, and you're similar and yet different. You know,
Yeah.
as people, how has that been playing that role for you?
I mean, playing Ondi has been, it's, most people you'd think, oh, he's been playing the same character for 6 years, but then the thing is, she has grown so much. So
Mm,
playing her has been such a joy because
mm,
she literally went from being the girl who used to sweep the floors, basically a help, all the way
mm,
to be the richest person in that whole city.
mm,
I mean,
mm,
she's the one who's most money right now. Isibaya.
mm,
You know, her husband left her millions of rand. She has more money than she knows what to do with it. You know, she's had a beautiful arc. She
mm,
went from being with the love of her life, Ufezile, to
mm,
having to leave him and
mm,
be with and marry this man to save her
mm,
family, a man that she doesn't
mm,
even love, to ending up killing that man. He
mm,
raped her, he kidnapped her, he tied her up. So
mm,
all that emotion and all that growth, all the way to who she is now. So playing
mm,
her has been, it has been like playing multiple characters in one because of her
mm,
growth and because of her, yeah, because of her journey.
mm,
So
mm,
it's really been great. For me as a person, Owaikala, to get into the industry at that time, to have
mm.
had such a
The role.
character was actually just unkulunkulu. I can't explain it. I don't know how it happened. I can just
Mhm,
say it was purely God who did it, because Nami, I actually really just I just knew
mm,
this is what I wanted to do in my life, and this I love this. I love storytelling. Um,
mm,
it's more of Woodsy. You can say I don't want to be Jessica for too long. That's why now I'm
uh-huh,
like, oh, I need to act. So it's nice that for most hours in the day, I'm not me. I get to be somebody else.
mm,
You know, I get to be any other character that I'm playing, and I get to step out of Jessica and just indulge in someone else's world. And that's what I loved about acting from the beginning. I wanted to tell stories. I wanted to jump out of my own skin and be someone else and explore someone else's world. I found it very therapeutic,
uh-huh,
and I have to have it for my whole life. People always ask, when are you
mm,
going to stop acting? I'm like, why should I stop? You know,
uh-huh,
what
uh-huh.
about you? When are you going to stop doing your job? Why should I
Ah,
stop eventually? You know, I'm not. I need to always be acting. I need it for my mental health, for my livelihood. I need to be able to step out of myself and into someone else and deal with their problems and their issues. That's fun.
Yeah.
So you play,
so you played Eve in yeah.
Yes.
That's a different role. We haven't seen you in a role like that in forever. What are some of the roles you would definitely love to do? I mean, I know you've done a couple of roles, but what are some of the roles where you look at them, you're like, you know what, I want to do this. This is a role that I want to kill.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I took the role of Eve was because she was so different. And at the time, I felt like I was falling into a hole where people were just like, this is all she can do. I'm like, no, I'm a true actress and actor, and I can transform into whoever I needed to be. And so that's why I took the role. It was risque, it was different, it was the total opposite of who and what Kondi is. But I would love right now, I'm like craving to play a villain. Like, so much so with somebody being born and they're just gonna be like, wait nah, where because the girl who was a villain on Isibaya, Uzitle, who played the character Sihle, used to come back and tell us stories about how she's being attacked for trying to kill Kodi. And I was like, that must be so nice. And she's like, no, Jessica, what do you mean? They want to slap me. And I'm like, yeah, but it must be nice. What do you say? What do they say? What do you say? And she's like, why does it excite you? And I'm like, it just does. I'd love to just hear what people are going to say to me really just playing a proper villain, because my characters have been just loved and it's just, oh, yes, yes, yes. And she gets to experience, being nearly slapped in the mall. And I'm like, that must be nice, But I would absolutely love to play a villain. I would love to play a lesbian, I feel like my voice will aid me in that because I don't have a feminine voice generally. I would love to play a lesbian who's more boyish, not really girly, but who's like a proper more guy. I would love to play. I'd like to play what's it? Is it schizophrenic person?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'd like to play. If Nkulunkulu can, allow, I'd love to go back to theater and play multiple characters in one
yes. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Halle Berry did it in Alice I think, what was the name of the movie? Alice and Frankie, I think. She did it where she was playing, a woman who had multiple personalities. I think she had like 16 personalities, and just that change, I'm sure it tested her so much. As an actress, you die for a character like that, So I'd love to play a character that's schizophrenic, bipolar, multiple personalities. What else is in my list? But I have a whole list. I'd like to play a crazy person. I'd like to play a hobo even. I love characters like Lega, Charlize Theron that she won an Oscar for. I love characters. Yeah, I love characters where you literally have to change who you are physically. Where you have to gain or lose weight. I mean, Charlize had to gain crazy weight for that role, and I'm like, I would love that, to gain weight, for them to change your facial structures, because that's what we do. We tell a story, and if you want me to look a certain way to tell it, I will.
So someone is asking, let me just, I saw the question as you were speaking.
I can't see even how many people are watching. I can't see anything. Like, it's so weird. I can't see comments either.
I don't know why that is.
I don't know why. It's just quiet.
So there's this person called These Are the Streets asking your top 5 South African actors. Your top 5 South African actors. Who would those be?
Actors. Cindy.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
She's blowing my mind right now.
Yeah.
I
She
watched
is.
this
She's like,
in awe.
wow.
Mm.
Uh,
And I'm mad that I wasn't really like a proper viewer of Mbango
uh,
because I want to see her there as well. But yeah,
mm,
um, obviously, Siyabonga Thwala, hands
mm,
down.
mm, mm,
Um,
mm,
definitely, it will be the people that I work with more
uh,
because I see the work that they put. It will
uh,
have to be Uvusi Kunene.
uh,
Yo, acting with him, I learned so much. He's
mm,
definitely up there in my top actors in South Africa. Um, he taught me how to, even before we act. I mean, we did some crazy scenes. I mean, we did a scene where he was raping Okondi.
mm,
So you
mm,
can imagine the awkwardness of us having to do that, but he didn't make it awkward. We sat
mm,
down and he was like, okay, how are we going to do this? How are you most comfortable? This is what I'm thinking. This is what I will
mm,
do. And how far
uh,
can I take it? How
uh,
far can
uh,
you go? And
mm,
literally, that scene was beautiful and amazing and traumatic for me because I knew exactly what was coming. And I allowed him to, and I didn't ever feel violated as Jessica,
mm, mm,
ever,
mm,
because of his method of acting. And I
mm,
will always take that with me. So he is
mm.
right there as well. Who else? I've mentioned how many? Three?
So you mentioned three. You mentioned Siabonga, Cindy, and Vusi.
Yeah. Who else? Oh, okay. Umam Tembi. She has. I know I'm
Mm.
mentioning people that I've worked with, but it's because I've gotten to experience them
Uh-huh.
on screen and off screen, and because I'm learning from them so much. And the
Mm,
fact that even before I was an actor and got into the industry, I knew them and I would watch them, and suddenly I'm getting to be with these people right here and work with them. It was just it was a dream come true, truly. Yeah, those are my top people.
all right, cool,
I
cool.
don't know how many.
And so you left your role as Queen Condi for a bit, and then
Mhm.
you went to Ghana. Apparently, you were going to Ghana. I read that somewhere. Were you going to Ghana? Or was it just stuff that
Well,
we
right now, Kondi isn't on Spire. Well, Jessica isn't on Spire. She has left for a bit, and we'll see.
Mm,
Mm.
okay. No, that's fine. Someone is asking here is we're both from the same township. This is let me get their name. This is Utobe Shezi. He says, "Hi Jess, we're both from the same township, Esquawini.
It's Kawin, yeah.
Esquawini, yes. My question to you is, would you leave Isibaya for the river, or either the Queen if they were looking for a lesbian character?"
um, I would definitely do a stint there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So yes.
If uh, so outside of acting, right? Outside of acting and television presenting that we know you for, what else does Jessica do? I know you had a foundation. Is it still were you okay? So tell us about that.
Yes, we are very much working on doing a lot with that, with my Jessica Nkosi Foundation. The
Mm.
focus of the foundation is school kids, and
Uh-huh.
mostly in primary schools.
Mm.
Um, Mostly inspired by my love for education, educating young children,
Mm.
young learners, and to make sure that they actually just stay in school, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Zincane izinto that will keep learners away from school, like not
That's true.
having uniform,
Mm-hmm.
not having food. It's very little things that would just stop a person from being able to go to school. So what
Yeah.
I've made sure that we do in our foundation, we give away school uniforms to kids.
Mm-hmm.
I found, oh mama, is Kawini actually abatungayo. who are seamstresses and aren't working. So where they buy material and they make the clothes instead of us going out into the stores, then I pay them, and in a way then making sure that they're employed. Then I pay them to make the school uniforms for the different schools in Richards Bay. I've given it to a few schools in Richards Bay, Emachani, and Nakhon is Kawini actually, but it's mostly primary schools. Now what I want to do is branch out into high schools as well, and make sure that they also have school shoes available, not just school uniforms. So that's what I'm working on. I really want to make sure that they have school shoes, because I went to my mother's school, and you notice that actually all kids didn't have shoes. I mean, even the day we went to my mother's school to give them school uniforms, leaving there seeing most of them barefoot, I'm like, we should have given them school shoes as well. I should have made a plan for school shoes. It really hurt me deep to walk out of there and having just given them uniforms and they're still walking out barefoot. I mean, they have good uniform, but they're still walking barefoot to school. So I really want to branch out into that, and to really do that, because that's where my heart truly is. Yeah.
And what would you say is your pet peeve?
My pet peeve?
Yeah, what's the one thing that you're just like, okay, you know what? This is just my pet peeve. I can't.
Selfish people. I don't have any patience for umuntu that can't think for others. Just like, you can't naturally not be able to just realize that there are other human beings in the world. It's not just you, Mhlabeni, just don't be selfish, don't be rude. That really ticks me off. You must be able to say thank you. I mean, and that's the one thing I needed for my daughter to learn, from a very early age. As soon as she could, give you something, every time she gave me something, I'd say thank you. Every time I give her something, I'm like, say thank you. And because I wanted those to be one of the first words that she learned. Whenever someone gives you something, just be be respectful as a person. And now she does. She asks for her dummy, you give it to her, she says thank you. She asks for water, you give it to her, she says thank you. And I'm just like, oh, I'm raising such a polite little lady. And because that is what I want of the world. So I need to make sure that I raise a very respectful, young girl as well, because that's what I want to receive, respect only. Yeah.
And Ayanda Majola is asking, what's the hardest thing about bringing a script to life? What's the hardest thing about bringing a script to life?
What's the hardest thing about bringing a script to life? I guess it just would be what the director wants, because I can interpret something at home as I'm rehearsing, and I get to set, and that's not what he had in mind. And he is the director, and it's his vision for the episode. So I must do what he says. So you as an actor must be versatile. You must be able to, I know you rehearsed it this way, but what I need from you is ABC, this type of emotion. I need for you to actually drop a tear when maybe you had interpreted it in an angry manner or whatever, and he wants something else. So it would it would be what the director actually envisions, because now we're on your own. You envision something and he or she envisions something else, but that is cured by and is solved by you being versatile and you knowing that the director is put there for a reason. It's to make this whole thing come together and beautiful, and we actually just need to listen to our directors and be versatile and just be a good actor and actually just listen to your director. That's all we have to do. Listen to your director and do what he says.
And Slindo Makanya is asking, says, hi, Jessica. What advice would you give to someone who wants to break into the entertainment industry? What would you advise that person?
I would say, if you really love it, if it's really in your heart, and you really feel like you're good, please go for it. You'd be doing yourself a disservice by not trying to chase your dreams. All you can do is try. And if you don't make it, cool. If you do, amazing, great. But at least you know ukuthi uzamile, and you didn't just say, oh, I could have, I should have, I would have. I hate living ukuthi mhlawumbe ngabe, if I did, maybe it would be. Rather just go for it, uhluleke ukhona, but knowing that you did give it a try. So yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and try and discourage someone and say, no, it's so difficult, don't, oh hard, it's so hard, it's so hard. We audition. Yes, it is difficult. Yes, I still audition to this day. You know, we don't just get things handed over to us. It's not easy. But mawithanda and you are phone against and you know you can do it, please go ahead. Go ahead and live out your dreams.
Cool. And Sbu Mabena is asking, what process do you go through to take off Gondi when you drive off set and bring Jessica back before getting home? That's I love it.
Yes, I love that. And for me, that's so easy because those are one of the first things that we learned at school, which is why I appreciate so much Uguti I actually studied. Because then we literally had a whole course for a whole semester where you learn how to get in and how to get out of your character. You know, before we start anything, before we would start rehearsals of a play that we were doing, before we would do the play maybe on the day, we learn to get out of who you are and step into the character. So if Jessica has a headache, that headache is gone. Because
how do you do that? How do you do that?
I think it just came with the training at school. You know, we did it so often. Uguti, zen out, close your eyes, try to have absolutely no thoughts. View Jessica. You're looking at Jessica. Get out of her, tell her to step aside, and get in to the character that you're playing. Then you think about all the characteristics that this character has that you are now bringing onto yourself. Then you say, oh, they walk a certain way. They are short-tempered. They are, you know, they are happy. They are this. They speak a certain way. Oh, they walk this way. Oh, their posture is this way. Then everything in your body and who you are in your mind, you just change because you keep repeating who they are. We had a list of what the characteristics of your character that you played, and you just keep running those in your mind, and you keep running those in your mind so much so that you're already just within and you are that person. And I think we did it so much that for me it's automatic. And usually what absolutely helps is getting out of Jessica's clothes and stepping into Ondi's clothes, because then as soon as I wear them, that's a big representation of Jessica has left. Gondi is now here. As I put on that doek, Jessica does not wear dukes, but Gondi does. There you are. There is Gondi. She is here, you know. So it's the process of becoming Gondi that helps in getting into character. And then at the end of the day, it's the process of getting out of Gondi and getting into Jessica's physical clothes that helps in stepping out of her and stepping back into myself.
Cool. Got you.
I don't know if it makes sense, but it totally did. It still helps now.
It makes absolute sense. Bushe is asking, what's the hardest thing you faced in being an actor of such a big series? What's the hardest thing you have faced?
What's the hardest thing? That's a very good question. I don't think I've ever thought about that. I don't know. I don't know. I won't say Uguti. It's, you know, it's so many people that watch. Therefore, everywhere you go, abantu bayakwazi. No, because you appreciate the fact that they watch it, you know?
Yes.
So you're not gonna say that's like a flaw, that's hard. You appreciate that. I guess what can be hard, just thinking about it off the top of my head now, is Wuti, you have to live up to this big show. You always
Yeah.
have to deliver. You always have to be at your best. You can't be having a bad day and you don't act out that scene to perfection. You know, when you get to work, give it your all to make sure that the number of people that are watching, so many people that watch, actually get the quality that they expect to see from this big show. So I guess, yeah, it will be, you just always have to be at your A game. You always have to be acting at your greatest and your best, and doing your best on set as well, and making sure that you don't drop the ball. At the end of the day, it is our acting that will carry the show. Once we start doing bap, then we'll lose people.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's pronounced M, is saying, what advice would you give to someone going through depression during this time and there's no one to talk to during this time of COVID-19? What advice would you give to that person who's going through a depression during this time?
I know that we all not okay. And to tell the truth, no one can say that they're 100% okay right now.
That's true.
It
That's
is
true.
a very hectic time. We are scared. We don't know what our future holds. We don't know what this year holds. You know, we don't know if 2020 is cancelled altogether. We all somewhat suffering from some level of anxiety. And I'd say, for me, what has helped for me, I can't, honestly, I'm not even a therapist. I can't tell them exactly what to do. You know, for me, what has helped really is just focusing on my positives. I have decided that I refuse to sit and think about how worse everything could get. I
Yeah.
refuse. I refuse. I'm standing on the fact that God has done it before. He's come through for me before, and he will come through for me again. He's a God who can do it again and again and again and again and again. And gag and ngizengihlale and wallow in just negative vibes just because I feel like, oh, I think kubi. Yebo kubi, but I'm choosing to look at it positively, because I feel like what you bring out, you know, is exactly what is going to happen. For instance, I always give this example. God created the world with spoken word, you know. He said, let there be light, and there was light. And then he said he gave that very same power to us. You know, we possess that power. So what you say will happen. Trust me. So it helps for you to keep positive. It helps for you to speak greatness over your life, because that is what will happen. Greatness will happen. Opportunities will happen. Doors will open for you. Favor will be over your life if you just continue to speak like that over yourself. Refuse for the devil to keep telling you rubbish. You know, with everything that the devil tells you, God has already said something positive over that. You're saying, oh no, you won't be able to make it. It's like God has already set the table. It is ready for you. You are good. God has gone ahead of you, and you are good. So whatever is happening, God has already made a way for it, and I choose to believe that. And that is how I'm waking up every day, still with a smile on my face. Every night I just pray God just fills me with more peace in this situation, more peace and negative out. I even was telling my family members, I'm just like, because we call now all the time. We are literally on FaceTime every single day. And I was just like, please, let's just stop with the negative talk. Stop when, you know, I'll call and it's like, oh, this is just hell. And I'm like, oh.
Mm.
I won't be able to call you anymore if you keep filling me
Mm.
with this. Okay?
Mm.
Let's talk about how your day was. What are you gonna cook today? What are you thinking of cooking tomorrow? Do you wanna bake together? Let's just deal with what is happening now. We don't know
Yes.
what's gonna happen, but let's get through today, and let's get through
Mm.
today without feeling like we're not gonna wake up tomorrow.
Cool, cool.
And that is how I'm getting through it. And I think I'm more focused on that because of my daughter. I do not want an energy of negativeness in this house. I don't want a heavy energy in our home. She needs to be in a place where there's peace, where there's lightness, where there's happiness and joy and love. And that's the energy I'm running towards for my child.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
so no negative vibes here. And yeah, to Umodu that's really just going through depression, please find someone to talk to, help.
Mm. Mm.
There's a girl actually on my Instagram. Oh, I cried. And on my Twitter. I forgot even what I said. Or I
Mm.
retweeted someone who said they weren't okay. And I
Mm.
said, oh, I'm so sorry. And then I went to her DMs because she was just so heavy in my heart. And she was like, her boyfriend, she is on lockdown with her boyfriend, and he is threatening to kick her out and he's beating her up. And
Mm.
I'm in my home. I can't exactly drive to her to help her. And I'm
Mm.
like, okay, so we're going to do this together. I
Mm.
got the phone numbers of, what's this? The helping,
So,
yeah, someone is
uh-huh.
going to tell me what it is. Yeah, and I got those numbers. I googled them, I sent them to her, and I'm like, please call this number. So after an
Mm.
hour I called her back. I'm like, did you call? And she's like, yes. And the person on the other line counseled her. They gave her another number that she can call in case of emergencies, and they did help her in that emergency.
Mm.
And then the next day, I now, because I have a number and I'm calling and I'm like, are you okay? What's
Mm.
happening now? And
Mm.
she's saying she keeps calling this counselor and she's helping,
Yeah.
you know? And I'm like, okay, even though you don't have someone to talk to, she's alone with this man. But at least she has that. I didn't know those numbers even worked. I was just like, I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can do for you right now. I found this number, and I
Yeah.
think it was Penny it was Penny who retweeted it on my Twitter, and that's where I
Yeah.
found all the numbers and I gave them to her. So they're somewhere on my Twitter page, and that's how I gave them to her. So I didn't know those numbers help. Thank God that they do, because then she is okay now. She is now safe at home. They found her way for her to get home, back to her family in Midrand,
Mm.
So there are ways. It was just one person that I was able
Yeah.
to make a difference to, but it was everything to me. And thank God she reached out, because God knows what was going to happen to her with that man she was with.
So I think for the lady who asked the question, perhaps the South African Depression, I think, Association. Yes.
Yes. I
So,
will
so just
screen munch it on my Twitter
yes,
and I'll post it on my Instagram stories
yes, please.
from Penny's tweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'll
we
do
are
that.
left with 11 minutes. Instagram cuts you after an hour. Like, so as soon as you get to an hour, it cuts you out. So
Because they know
we're left with
everyone is on live.
So we're left with 11 minutes. So I've got like a few questions here that I got from some of our readers, some of the guys who absolutely love you. So they were saying, what are the GQ guy wants to know? Dating tips from Jessica. What are the five dating tips you can give to guys? 5 things they can do to have a better relationship, or even to get a woman like you by any chance. What are the 5 tips you give to the GQ guy?
Learn my love language.
Mm.
Simple. Like,
Ah,
just learn me. Learn
ah,
how I love, and
mhm,
then reciprocate that,
ah,
And I've said this before, Woodsy, if you naturally, for me, in a relationship, I am very giving, I'm very thoughtful. If I hear you in passing and I'm in a relationship with you, if I hear you saying, oh, your back is painful, Even if you say it in passing, you're not actually saying, hey, babe, my back's painful. I will get you a spa, and I will get you in my car, and I'll drive you, and I'll take you to the spa, and we'll go for a spa date. So I'm that type of person. And I listen, and I pay attention to you, and I will do anything to make sure that you have a smile on your face.
So one, learn
Learn
love
my love
language.
language. Yeah.
Number two,
Absolutely. Number two, please respect me. Yeah.
yeah.
Respect. It's as
Uh-huh.
simple as that. You know, if you respect a person, you won't talk to them a certain way. If you respect a person, you won't lay your hand on them.
That's
If
true.
you respect a person, yeah, you know, there's just a level of being able to speak to one another when you respect a person.
Three.
Buy me gifts.
Ah.
I mean,
Ladies love
hello.
gifts.
Yes, I love being shown. Like, show me. You know, yeah, surprises, actually. Maybe I could say surprises. You know, I love surprises. I love random things that I didn't even expect. You know, I love these days random. What's how? Oh, really? You bought me a set of makeup brushes? Oh, it's perfect. You know me, and you know what I love. So randomly, when you go past a store and you see a dress that you know would look good on me, why aren't you buying it? You know, surprise me. Get that for me. What else? What else?
So
I
maybe
don't know.
one more.
And the
One
thing
more.
is, you know what? When I'm not with you, they're all gonna come flooding back to me. It's like, oh. And you know, I've been thinking so much about relationships lately. I probably have it written down here. That's how much. That's how much relationships are like. Yeah. Wait. It's like I knew. Oh, actually, funny enough, I wrote this. I want
I
to
can't.
be.
I can't read it. Yeah.
Oh, it says I want to be loved the way I love. Literally,
Gotcha.
like this is a note that I wrote. I don't know when, but yeah, that's what it is. I want to be loved the way I loved, and if I can't find that person, oh yeah. Also, let's be friends. It's weird that I have this written down. I think it's weird, but yeah, I want to be friends, best friends with my partner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said I want to be friends first with my future husband. If not, I don't want it. I'd rather continue on my own. Thanks. That's literally what I have written here. So yes, I want us to be friends. I want us to be buddies, because when we are going through the most, you find if you are friends with the person and you even living with the same house, you guys are okay. I mean, I always make the example of the fact that in varsity, I lived with my best friend in one room, like a little, and those rooms are like the size of toilets.
They're very small. They're very extremely small.
We lived together, Wanda and I, for a whole like 2 years. And we were fine. We would fight and get over it and continue. But because we're best friends, we could still come back to one house. So why, when you're living with your boyfriend or your husband or fiance or whatever, it's all hell has broken loose? It's because you guys are not friends. You're not friends, clearly. Because if you're friends, you are able to just move on. Even if you're fighting, you guys can still exist in the same place, you know. So I'd really want the core thing to be a friendship. That's how we begin. So be my friend as well. Don't just focus on being the, and please don't be a bully. I hate men that are bullies. Like, understand who I am, understand that I have dreams and aspirations, and don't try and put your things onto me. Support me as well. Like, my list is getting very long. Yeah, I love being supported, you know. If I want to wear a dress with the slits, I want a man that's so confident to go, no, make the slit higher, babe. Make that slit higher. I want them to see my woman. No, close that up. I don't want them to see your thighs. It's crazy. I'm already yours. I am already yours. Like, relax. Like, I am such a loyal girlfriend. Like, once I'm yours, finish. Like, no one else can get me. Forget it. You know, I'm just like, this is my man and this is my man, and done. Yeah, so just be confident in yourself. Therefore, you won't exude all of this, you know, self-esteem issues onto me.
And another question. So there's a survey that they did a while ago,
Yeah.
and they were talking about physical traits that women find attractive on men. Number one, surprisingly, no, between number one and number two, it was between a man's arms and a man's butt. Between those two, literally. What are some of the traits you find attractive in a man? Physically.
They are but really, I won't lie, you know?
Uh,
You know when you've got just the right but that's the right proportion.
uh,
That's really something. And you're just like, damn. Those jeans. There. So I understand that. Like, and I don't
uh,
find it weird, and they are not freaks for that. Like, I really I like a guy also like Isito.
mm,
I don't know if that makes, I don't know. I don't know what it is in English. Isito. Like, yeah, the carb, I think. It must just
uh-huh,
be
uh-huh.
defined, and it mustn't be like a little steak. It must just
Yes, yes.
it must be there, you know?
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
What else? Yeah, I think those are the main things. I mean, I'm not really one for physical woodsy. He has to be skinny and buff.
Mm,
And
mm,
if I fall in love with a guy who's chubby,
mm,
you know,
mm.
that's fine. But yeah, I'm not very big on physical. But a
Yeah.
nice butt and nice legs does help.
Ah, and lastly, because we're left with, sorry, I'm just keeping time because I don't want them to
Three
cut us off.
minutes.
Three
Okay.
minutes. So we're left with 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Someone was asking, there's a question that's been asked, Muma Bena, she was asking that, how do you advise young actors in terms of negotiating for their, can you, Jess, can you see me? I think Jess got slightly disconnected. Don't know what's going on there. I think it's the network. Just waiting on Jess. Off after. Oh, I think Jess left. Let's see. Um, all right, let's just see.